Connections Academy is one of the leading e-schools available in the United States. My daughter started with Connections Academy as a 7th grader in 2019, and before Connections, we were a traditional homeschool family, if there is such a thing. And we used a variety of curriculum and teaching techniques. And after 3 years of homeschooling, it became apparent that one of my children was struggling, and that's when I began searching for options. If you want to hear more about why we needed to look into other options, check out this video right here where she's going to share her personal experience with Connections Academy a full year after being enrolled. So I get asked a lot of questions about Connections Academy. People are curious to know what it is, how it works, and how we like it. In this video, I'm going to be answering 12 of the most common questions I get starting right now. Connections Academy supported schools are tuition-free online public schools for grades K through 12. This is a unique program that combines the strong parental involvement of homeschooling, personal expertise and accountability, and a flexible learning environment. To find out if Connections Academy is available in your area, the website is going to be in the description below. And oh, while you're down there, what grade are your children in, and why are you looking into something like Connections Academy? Let me know in the comment section. I love getting to meet other parents who are just trying to do what's best for their kids and keep their sanity during this really unique season we're in. I can't tell you how many parents I talk to who are struggling with the way traditional public schools have been trying to go back to school after the pandemic. It's not their fault, really. It's just that most of them weren't equipped to handle online classrooms, and many families aren't either. This is just another reason I'm so thankful for Connections Academy. Okay, on to the next question. We chose Connections Academy because they provided a personalized school experience where my student could learn and grow. Along with an IEP plan for one of my children who is dyslexic, they provide support and encouragement for students at their level. So Connections Academy is supported by Pearson Curriculum. Curriculum includes all the core courses, electives, and social opportunities my student needed. Connections Academy teachers specialize in online learning, and they work with parents. So together we set individual goals to ensure that my student learns. We chose Connections Academy because we believe it's going to prepare my daughter for whatever she chooses to do in the future, whether that includes college, tech training, or career readiness. You're going to get curriculum. Connections Academy families receive a combination of textbooks, online textbooks, workbooks, comprehensive lesson plans, and enrichment courses. You're going to need to pick up some basic supplies like notebooks, pencils, pens, loose leaf paper, things like that. I usually spend between $10 and $25 on supplies at the beginning of the school year. And throughout the year, you might need to pick up a few extra items for special projects like bean seeds or poster boards. You're also going to need internet access and a computer. Some schools do offer laptops, but that's something you're going to need to look into for your state-specific Connections Academy. You're also going to get awesome teachers. Connections Academy teachers work one-on-one with students and their parents to instruct, review assignments, and customize the curriculum. The teachers have been great at providing extra help when we're struggling, so you just have to reach out and let them know. You're also going to get technology. Families receive online communication, planning, and learning management tools, online lessons, and library resources, and technology literacy courses. Depending on the state and school, you might receive a computer and a substitute for internet access, but again, check the website for your state. Although Connections Academy and homeschooling have some similarities, Connections Academy is not homeschooling. All Connections Academy schools are public school programs. Connections Academy schools provide a defined set of curriculum material that has been specifically aligned to your local standards, and they use certified teachers to evaluate student performance, including decisions about whether your child will get to move up a grade at the end of the year. And all Connections Academy students are required to take state standardized tests, which leads me to the next question. Unfortunately, yes. Because Connections Academy is a public school, students are required to complete state testing. This is done in a separate location under the guidance of certified teachers. I'm not a huge fan of standardized testing, but that's just me. I have to say though, the locations and times of the state testing is also not convenient if you work. We had to drive an hour and a half one way, be there by 8 a.m. and stay till 12 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's a big commitment and a really far drive to drop them off at the center and try to drive home and then turn around and go back to the center again. It's just not possible. So I ended up having to stay in a parking lot for 4 hours, 4 days a week. And I also have a toddler, so I had to find arrangements for him because it just was definitely not going to work to sit in a parking lot for 4 hours, not including the hour and a half drive time to get to the testing center one way and back. So it's honestly the only complaint I have about the entire Connections Academy setup. Connections Academy gives your child a unique virtual classroom experience. After enrollment, both you and your child are given special login information, and the lessons are planned out for you, and you can find them through both your student's login and your own. Of course, materials are sent to your house prior to the start of the school year. Depending on your child's grade level, the materials that you're going to receive may include things like manipulatives for math, like base 10 blocks and fraction strips. Science tools like goggles, magnets, beakers, thermometers, things like an art kit that you'll get with like construction paper and paintbrushes. You may even get something like a gym kit, which would include something like, I don't know, a jump rope, a yoga DVD, stuff like that. Connections Academies develop their curriculum to align with each state's standards as well as national standards. The language arts and math curriculum do align with Common Core standards. The curriculum is set up to work for so many different styles of learning, and it's been a really easy transition for my daughter, who started Connections Academy 2 years ago now, to go from traditional homeschooling where we didn't use Common Core to Common Core with Connections Academy. I believe she actually started understanding things just a little bit better when we swapped. Yes, your child will be assigned a homeroom teacher. Every month, your teacher is going to give you a call to check in and see how things are going. The teachers are going to give you important updates to answer any questions or concerns you might have, and they're going to chat with your student to make sure that they're on track. So these teachers can be reached by phone or webmail. Anytime you have a question or a concern about something, they're there to help you. Where I live, Connections Academy requires students to have contact with their teacher at least once a week. This contact can come in the form of attending live lessons and making their monthly phone call. Yes, live lessons are an important part of Connections Academy. They're exactly what they sound like, live virtual lessons with a teacher for all the students in your grade. The subjects for live lessons vary by grade, and these sessions last between 30 minutes to an hour. Live lessons are really important because teachers are going to explain the concepts found in the lesson plans. They're also going to give your child an opportunity to ask questions and engage with their other classmates while they're learning. Well, that depends. Attendance requirements for live lessons depend on your state and your child's grade. I live in Tennessee, and live lessons are not mandatory, but students are encouraged to attend as many as possible. The live lessons are always recorded, so if your student misses a live lesson, they can go back and watch the recording later. Yes, I am so grateful for the flexibility Connections Academy offers. As long as you're keeping up with your lesson planner and not falling behind, it really doesn't matter if you work at 6 a.m. or 9 p.m. or if your student works Monday through Friday or Wednesday through Sunday. It doesn't really matter. It allows my daughter time to do the things that she loves when traditional school would be in session, such as working with horses. So each state sets their own laws for attendance requirements. How many hours of school time your child needs to have each week will depend on your state. So my family is required at least 7 hours of school a day. That doesn't mean all sitting in front of the computer. It could just be learning to bake or reading a good book, or in my daughter's case, writing one. How you mark and verify your attendance is also going to vary by state, so definitely make sure that you grab the link in the description below for Connections Academy and then go find your appropriate state, and all the questions to your answers should be right there. You can also reach out to them by phone and ask just one of the counselors over the phone, which is what I did when it first opened up in my state, and I was so thrilled. I just called them and said, I have a lot of questions, and they just answered them. And then of course it was like learning trial by fire as we went through the first year, but we're doing much better now. By the second year, I've noticed my daughter's grades have improved dramatically, and there's so much more I could say about Connections Academy that I do not have time to say in today's video. But if you want more information and you just want a little bit of backstory about our family and why we did it, I'm going to post a link to the video that I told you guys about at the beginning of the video in the description below. It's on my other channel. Actually, I'm starting this whole second channel for moms, and so I decided I'm going to just post it on here for you guys. So sorry that it's on the other channel over there, but just go check it out if you want that one. I hope this video has been helpful today for answering just a few of the most common questions I get asked all the time. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you have any other questions in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I'd love for you to. This channel is all things motherhood, room makeovers, cleaning motivation, and more. It's just meant to be a fun place for moms to connect and be encouraged. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. You guys have a fabulous week. Bye.